Morning, sir.
Satakshi,
Yes, sir.
introduce yourself to the listeners.
Sir, I belong to Patna, Bihar. I am a graduate in political science. I have done that from Patna Women's College in 2015. Then I did my post-graduation in political science from Banaras Hindu University. And since 2017, I have been preparing for civil services.
What is your hobby?
Sir, painting.
What kind of painting you do?
Sir, mostly landscape painting. Yes,
Which
sir.
color you use?
Multiple colors. I use acrylic color the most. Yes, sir.
So, what's the difference between acrylic and oil painting?
So in oil painting is more in acrylic painting there is most of the use of colors, but in oil painting we use separate oil for painting, and it's more professional oil
What is the
painting.
name of that oil?
Yes, sir.
What is the name of that oil that you use?
So I don't use. I don't know.
Tell me one thing. Supposing you are making a painting of, as you say, landscape, and you are making a painting of trees which are far away from you, very away from you, far away from you. What kind of color are you going to use? How are you going to depict that distance?
So there will be smaller trees, and I'll use black color, mostly dark
Will
colors.
you use green for trees?
Yes, sir. If
Sure.
it depends, because if there is sunrise, then I will use black and green. If there is sunset, I will use only black.
Okay, tell me one thing. When are you going to use the blue color for the tree leaves?
For tree leaves?
Tree leaves, when you are making landscape, you will be using only the blue color.
Only,
Right.
so I think I'll be using it during the sunrise.
Sunrise.
Or yes, mostly when the area is the sunny, then the leaves are mostly.
When the trees are very close to you, there are two trees. One is very close to you, another one is very much away from you.
Yes, sir.
How are you going to make the difference?
So if the tree is very close, then I will use bright green colors, and if it's far, then I'll darken the leaves so that it becomes visible in the picture.
Okay, you are a painter. Tell me, do you use white color for painting
Yes, sir.
anywhere?
Yes, sir. For starting, like if I am painting the skies, first I will use water, then I will use white color. I'll spread the whole white color on the paper canvas.
Okay. One piece of knowledge I have, that is that in painting there is nothing called white and black. Why this is so?
Nothing called white and black.
Means black and white, these two colors are never used in white. Why this is so? Supposing there's a white, say for example, white dress you want to paint.
Yes, sir.
So people say, those who paint, that there won't be any use of any white color. Supposing this is white,
Yes, sir.
for others it is white. For a painter it is not white. Why this is so?
I don't know, sir. I'm not very experienced.
Not experienced. All right. You are a student of political science and international relations. Of late, you must be, watching that the political people who are working in the political arena, they are no longer statesmen. They have become more of a politicians who are, good at name calling. Why this is so? Why this fall in standard?
So there has been a change in the socio-economic profile of the leaders. Like earlier, they were more educated and they were executives and lawyers, and now since the time has passed, more ground-based, more mass leaders have emerged, who are not very educated, but still they are very popular. So that's why this is one of the reasons. Also, vote bank politics has made has deteriorated the quality of leaders.
Tell me one thing, caste-based politics, is it good or bad?
Sometimes it's good, sometimes it's bad. it's good for empowerment of the backward classes. It becomes bad when there is a difference within the castes, within the lower castes there is emergence of higher people and lower people. Then the those who are really suffering, they don't get justice, and those who get indulged in politics, they only benefit.
Have you heard the name of Shaibal Gupta?
No, sir.
What do you understand about budget? What is budget?
So budget is a financial statement presented by the government, and it depicts the expenditure and the earnings of the government for the whole year.
Uh, One is surplus budget, another one is deficit budget, and third one is balanced budget. Which
Yes.
one is the good?
So balanced budget is good.
Are you sure?
I'm not very.
Okay, you are saying that balanced budget is good, and I think you have also read economics a bit.
Economic survey.
You have read now.
Yes, sir. It has been announced yesterday, but I have only read the highlights, not very much.
Okay, I'm not talking about economics survey. I'm talking about economics.
Yes, sir.
You
I
have
have.
studied economics.
Yes, sir.
So, why do the central problems of an economy arise?
Central problems.
of an economy.
Sir, can you repeat the question?
What are the central problems of an economy? First, tell me.
Central problems. So first there is lack of resources, like when there is a rise in fiscal deficit. So
Central problems of an economy means what to produce, how to produce, for whom to produce. These are the central problems of an economy.
okay.
And why do these problems arise in economy?
So because lack of consumption and lack of investment. I'm not sure.
The answer. Okay, you have said consumption. What is the difference between autonomous consumption and non-autonomous consumption?
So, I don't know.
Okay, sir, actually, your father is in forest service.
Yes, sir.
Can you tell me the forest cover in Bihar?
So
Percentage
it's
of forest cover?
7.27%.
7.7%.
27%.
Okay. And which district has the highest forest cover in Bihar?
So the Bhabua district has the highest.
Second?
Second, I think it's. I have no idea.
Okay. There is also a program called Jal Jeevan Hariyali. What is this program?
So it's the program started by the Bihar government. The main aim of this program is to increase the forest cover.
And how much?
So,
What is the target?
so I think 15%
15%?
of the total area of
By
Bihar.
when?
So, I don't know that. I think by 2030.
By 2030.
Yes, sir.
Are you sure? 15% by 2030.
I'm not very sure, sir. I'm just guessing.
This is Jal Jeevan Hariyali Part 2.
Yes, sir.
What was the achievement of the first part?
So there has been increase in the the government was able to incentivize the farmers for taking up the agroforestry, and the distribution of plant saplings among the farmers was progressed during the part 1.
What was the purpose for starting this Jal Jeevan and Hariyali?
So first of all was to increase the forest cover in Bihar. Second was to incentivize farmers to take up agroforestry and increase the social forestry in Bihar. The farmers will be incentivized to dig up the pokhras and ponds, so that irrigation will also be increased in Bihar.
For harvesting water also.
Yes, sir.
Okay, there is an animal called Nilgai, which are very common in Bihar.
Yes, sir.
These Nilgais are recently in news because they destroy the crops of the farmers in Bihar, and the Bihar government allow the farmers to kill these nilgais or the antelopes. Do you support that we should do this?
No, sir. Instead of killing the nilgais, I think there should be proper protection of the farmlands. Like a farmer should be.
How will you protect your crops? The field is a vast open area. You can't put barricades around the field all over Bihar.
Yes, sir. This is the case, but I think the nilgais we should protect the nilgais and a separate habitat for the government should work for a separate habitat for the nilgais.
Okay, we should also create a natural habitat or a separate habitat
Yes,
for
for
the
nilgai.
nilgai.
Yes, sir.
Okay. You are a student of political science also. Tell me two leaders, two political leaders, not from India, the world political leaders that you admire.
So Winston Churchill,
Winston Churchill. Currently,
uh,
current two political leaders,
so former President of United States Barack Obama.
Barack Obama.
Yes, sir. And second one is Angela Merkel, the
Angela
German.
Germany.
Yes, sir.
To which party this Angela Merkel belong? What is the name of the political party of Angela Merkel?
So I don't know, sir. Germany.
And there is also a leaning in Germany, whether she is centrist, leftist, or rightist, unionist. These are the groups in
Yes, sir.
the
In
political
Germany.
science.
So,
She belong to which group?
so I don't know, sir. I don't remember.
Okay, what the name of the party of Barack Obama?
The Democratic Party.
Democratic Party. Why do you admire Barack Obama? Some of its contribution that
So Barack Obama, he was a people's president. He, given the capitalist atmosphere in USA, he tried to implement the socialist programs like Obama Health, and he was not only concerned about the rich class. He tried to do something for the common people, like introducing the healthcare and
Obama
create
healthcare.
Obama healthcare, and he created a positive atmosphere for the black people who are still facing problems in America.
In the international political science, there are two types of actors. These are called state actors and non-state actors. What are non-state actors?
So non-state actors are those actors who don't acquire any territory like state actors, but they have a very influential role in global politics, like terrorist organizations or
These
civil society.
terrorist organizations are non-state actors.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Some of the non-state actors that are influencing Indian politics.
Indian politics.
Yeah.
So among the terrorist organizations, Jaish-e-Mohammed, he attacked India, and he promoted cross-border terrorism in India. So this affected our internal politics also. And second one is there are many NGOs like Amnesty International who always criticize the Kashmir politics in India. They always highlight the human rights violations in Kashmir. So that has affected India's image also outside the world.
What is the concept of realism in international relations?
So the concept of realism is popularized by Hans Morgenthau. It says that the states are the main actors in the global politics, and they are the power seekers, and they will do anything to achieve the foreign policy, their national interest in foreign policy objectives.
Can you name some of the Indian leaders?
Indian
Some of the Indian leaders that really believe in the philosophy of realism in international relations.
So, current Prime Minister believes in realism because we have strategized our whole foreign policy around him only. Earlier we used to believe in idealism, but now we are more pragmatic in our approach. For example, in Israel Palestine issue, India has been a traditional supporter of Palestinian cause, and it had maintained its distance from Israel. But now, since we realize the importance of Israel in our defense ties and economy, so we have or deepened our ties with Israel. Although we haven't forgot the Palestinian cause, but the such close association of India with Israel is seen as a shift